Good evening, everyone. Hopefully, you're all having a wonderful day so far. I've got a good one for you today. So, Mark Carney finally put his bid in for PM for 2 days, hopefully only 2 days, and gave us a little preview on what he's going to run on. So, before we get to that, if you like this video, please like, and if you could also take 5 seconds to hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Trying to hit 700 subscribers this month. Okay, with no further ado, let's get into it. Now, this is from Global News.
Wow. I'm touched. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Irene, fellow FX grad. Thank you all. Welcome to Edmonton. It is great to be here. My name's Mark. I was born in Fort Smith, and I've been in the room next door many times. You know, picture this scene. Pack of kids, team of kids, mites and house league, go in there, get their gear on, go out on the ice. You're back in between the second and third period to warm up, and I can still hear the blades of the skates tapping on the floor as we try to get the blood flowing into our toes. I don't remember a January day like today in Edmonton when I was playing hockey, I'll tell you that. Now, I wouldn't have been there if it hadn't been for the love and the support of my parents. That was unwavering. It was also supported sometimes by my brothers who are here today. And I wouldn't have been there without all of the volunteers who coached the team, who built the boards in the fall, who flooded and scraped the ice, and who drove us across the city to rinks like this so we could beat our opponents from Elmwood to Rio Terrace, Jasper Place. You're all here and you know it. You can't say it. I got the mic. I'm going to just assert that we did. And you know, community is one of the main things when I think of Edmonton. My communities, Laurier Heights, the West End, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Communities where people come together to face challenges in support of one another, to get things done, and to build. And that's who we are as Canadians. La communauté, c'est à ça que je pense.
And this guy's running for the Liberal Party of Canada and running in an Edmonton riding. Holy moly, that is going to be one rough go for him. Because I don't think Edmonton has ever voted Liberal before, and it's deep blue federally. So that's going to be a rough one. And like, what's going to happen if he loses? Is he's going to take the riding of somebody else who's won? So I don't know, man. He just made one hurdle for him already.
But those good old times, my friends, are over. Our times are anything but ordinary. The system, it's not working as it should. And it's not working as it could. People are anxious. No wonder. Too many are falling behind. Too many young people can't afford a home. Too many people can't find a doctor. And then we're living through the two biggest technological revolutions since they split the atom. And our climate is changing in ways that threatens livelihoods from Fort Mac to Fort Smith. And then on top of that, as George just mentioned, in just 4 days, the United States will swear in Donald Trump as their 47th president, a man who threatens economic force on his closest, most steadfast allies, including Canada. Non, cette époque n'est pas ordinaire. C'est pourquoi nous sommes ici aujourd'hui. Pour
Yeah, and why is it like that right now? Who did this to us? And it wasn't just Trudeau, it was his whole party backing him, and the NDP backing them, that has destroyed Canada and destroyed the dollar. And now Mark Carney's running into this mess and acting like he knows what's what and acting like he's our savior from all this. And I can't say that he is. There's a reason why the Conservatives call him Carbon Tax Carney. He promoted the idea of a carbon tax in Canada. And he was also, well, hired by the Liberal Party to be some sort of shadow finance minister for the Liberal Party and the cabinet.
pour faire ce que nous, les gens d'Edmonton et des Canadiens et des Canadiennes, faisons toujours dans des situations difficiles. On se rassemble, on fait un plan et on se bat. I'm here to ask for your support. I'm here to earn your trust, to lead that fight. I'm back home in Edmonton to declare my candidacy for leader of the Liberal Party and Prime Minister of Canada. Je suis ici. Merci. Je suis ici. Je suis ici pour demander votre appui, pour gagner votre confiance et mener ce combat. Je suis de retour chez moi à Edmonton pour déclarer ma candidature comme chef du Parti libéral et Premier ministre du Canada. And I'm doing this because I love our country. I'm grateful for what our grandparents and parents built for us. I'm proud of what we've built for each other. A great country built on hard work and the right values. I'm doing this because Canada is the best country in the world, but it still could be even better. I'm doing this because we face unprecedented challenges. And as I learned on the ice out there, when it's cold, when your opponent is tough, you have to step up. Now, I know I'm not the usual suspect when it comes to politics. But this is no time for politics as usual. No, it's not the time for lifelong politicians such as Pierre Poilievre. Politicians with bad ideas, naive and dangerous ideas. And I think the worst, his worst, is that Canada is broken.
I'm just going to cut it right here, and I'm having a bout of deja vu right now, because while he's saying all these things about not being a common politician and it's a little bit weird that he's here, this sounds a lot like Justin Trudeau when he ran in 2015, right? He ran on saying, yeah, I'm more of a teacher and a cool guy, not really a politician, because Justin Trudeau was only in politics for 4 years, maybe a little bit more, but yeah, he didn't run on being a politician, just like Mark Carney right now. He's probably going to run on so many different ideas, unlike the radical policies of Pierre Poilievre, which was exactly like Justin Trudeau as well. Remember all of the ads that they sent out where it had,
"This is what's happening to millions of Canadians in 10 years under Stephen Harper. His idea is to give benefits to the wealthy, but make cuts to everything else has made it harder for most people to get ahead. And Mulcair promises more cuts. Now is not the time for cuts. In my plan, we'll kickstart the economy by investing in jobs and growth and lowering taxes for our middle class. That's real change."
and then years later come and destroy the economy. I'm saying it, it's giving me deja vu.
Canada's broken was one of Pierre Poilievre's many three-word slogans, and it couldn't be more dangerous. Now, in the UK, I saw firsthand what happened there after years of Conservatives shouting that their country was broken. Conservatives don't run around saying Canada's broken because they want to fix it. They want a license to demolish and destroy, including many of the things on which we all and regular people depend, because populists don't understand how the economy and our society actually works. Their three-word sound bites won't solve problems, but they will hurt regular people. And there are many, many, many differences between me and Pierre Poilievre. But I'll give you a big one. Well, I'm focused on building our economy. He's out chasing endorsements from Donald Trump and Elon Musk.
So I don't know if you caught that, but the first words he said was Pierre Poilievre's words of "Canada is broken" is dangerous. Those are dangerous words. And if you know radical leftist talk, is words are dangerous. And that just shows you what leader this guy is going to be. He's going to do the same thing as Justin Trudeau and enact legislation that's going to reduce our freedom of speech, especially online. If this guy's saying, oh, somebody's opinion of Canada is broken, is dangerous speech. Also, him saying that Pierre Poilievre doesn't have any financial literacy is ridiculous, because Pierre Poilievre anticipated the rapid inflation we were going to see over the Great Flu, and he also anticipated and warned about the housing crisis that we're having right now, and multiple other things while he was leader of the opposition. And he was so saying that he doesn't have any financial literacy and he won't be able to handle this financial crisis is ridiculous.
We can't achieve our full potential with the ideas of the far left. They too often see government as the solution to every problem, with a reflex to spend and subsidize that just treats the symptoms of the problems, but doesn't cure the disease. We can't redistribute what we don't have, and we can't support the vulnerable in our society or defend this great country if we have a weak economy. And I'm here to build the strongest economy for all Canadians. Together. And build it together. Yes, Canada needs change. But not just any change. We need change that works for people. And we've never needed it more. So if you remember one thing from what I say today, remember this. I am going to be completely focused on getting our economy back on track. And if you wonder why I can succeed where others have failed or will fall short. Consider this. I've helped manage multiple crises, and I've helped save 2 economies. I know how business works, and I know how to make it work for you. I've worked around the world, but I'm grounded in what I learned right here in Edmonton. To be responsible, to be fair, to stay humble, to work together, and to never, ever give up. Now,
Wow, narcissist much? I mean, when he talks about the far left and how we don't need that in Canada, I do agree with that. Totally. So I guess Mark Carney and I can agree on something. But this guy, he just comes out and says, I know what Canadians need to succeed. I have managed multiple companies. I have saved multiple countries from ruin. I have done this. I know what's best. Can you imagine if this guy becomes PM and anybody tells him something and something's wrong or tells him he's wrong? He'll just go to them and be like, no. I know what's right for Canadians. Could you imagine if we try telling him that what he's doing is not right for us? He'll just tell us, no, plebs. I know what's best for you. I've run multiple companies. I've saved multiple economies. That's the warning bells that come to me when hearing his speech. There was no we. And you hear that a lot from Pierre Poilievre, is we, our guys. We've done this, we've done that. And the second thing that really, really scares me that just came out of that one line is he's talking about the redistribution of wealth. And where did that come from? It came straight from communist rhetoric. So that's great. We all saw what happened to the Soviets when they tried doing that.
Now, I know I'm not the only Liberal in Canada who believes that the Prime Minister and his team let their attention wander from the economy too often. I won't lose focus. If you choose me as your leader, we will offer Canadians a clear choice in the next election. Experience versus incompetence. Plan versus slogan. Calm versus chaos. We have to give Canadians that choice because, let's face it, even if Donald Trump and the threat he brings didn't exist, we'd still have big problems. Our growth has been too slow. People's wages are too low. Necessities like groceries and rent are too expensive for too many. The federal government spends too much, but it invests too little. Middle-class taxes are too high. And we're not yet ready to make the AI revolution and the energy transition work for all Canadians. So in the coming days and weeks, I'll propose some big changes and some bold new ideas. And I recognize, I understand, that's not how politics is done these days, when lifelong politicians rely on slogans and slander and sound bites. But once again, these are not ordinary times. Let me tell you one other thing. In these times, sending Pierre Poilievre to negotiate with Donald Trump is the worst possible idea. I can think of one other politician I might not send.
Well, yeah, sending Trudeau to meet with Trump. But sending you to visit Trump might be even worse, because who knows what monetary craziness you'd come up with. I mean, this was the guy who touted the carbon tax, and we're going to trust him to take the carbon tax off? It's interesting how many liberals are coming out and they're like, oh, the carbon tax was the worst thing that came to Canada. Oh, Trudeau took his eye off the ball when it comes to finances. And especially Mark Carney here, because he was this shadow finance minister for 6 months, and then he's been at the hip of the Liberal Party for, what, 12 years? This guy hasn't even been in Canada that long, because he's been in England, he's been living internationally, and all of a sudden he's pretending to know what the average Canadian not wants, needs.
It just came to me in the last 24 hours.
Oh, and he starts talking about slogans. He just gave us 3 slogans right there. Slogans. Okay. I can rhyme too, just on a dime. Fine.
I want to say how grateful I am to the many, many Liberals, many Canadians, who aren't all Liberals yet, but, part of the process. The many, many Canadians who have reached out and are already helping and have offered help. And to my fellow Liberals, I commit we're all wearing the same sweater. I'll work hard to earn your trust and your partnership. And I'm coming into this match, coming into this game, knowing that we are well behind. But we're getting warmed up. We're going to head out in that third period, and we're going to win.
And ender with hockey analogy.
Because that's what happened when I grew up in Laurier. And we were down between the second and third period. And the fight back starts now. We are going to win the general election. But that's not the point. The point is what we do when we win the general election. And that's to get out there and work for our fellow Canadians every day. It's to get out there and build a strong economy that works for everyone. It's coming together to stand up for Canada against Donald Trump. It's coming together to build an even better Canada. I know. We can build bridges. We can build the strongest economy in the G7. Canada is a proud nation of builders. And now, in these extraordinary times, it's time to build together. Thank you for your support. Let's go do it.
Whoa. We can build the strongest economy in the G7? Hasn't the Liberals, especially Chrystia Freeland and Justin Trudeau, they've been saying, and Melanie Joly, has been spouting, we have the greatest economy in the G7 already. So is Mark Carney saying we don't have the greatest economy? Huh. Interesting. And what has us crazy conservatives been saying over the past, 5 years? That Canada's not doing that well? And what have we been called? But Mark Carney, because he's running for Liberal Prime Minister, gets applause for saying that. Hypocrisy much. But let me know what you guys think about Mark Carney running for PM, and hopefully not PM long term, in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe. It just takes 5 seconds and it really, really helps the channel out. And thank you to everybody who's already done that. And if you'd like to donate to the channel, there's a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. All of that goes straight back to the videos and straight back to the channel. So other than that, thank you for watching and have a great day.